Good morning, good morning. Gee, it's great to start your day with coffee with Karma today. Good morning. Happy Wednesday. Happy hump day, as some people like to call it. My name is Karma Spence, and I help entrepreneurs write a lead or client attracting book in 90 days or less. And in this episode of Coffee with Karma, I'm going to share with you 5 questions that will help you get very, very clear on your book's purpose and audience. Now, why is this important? Why is this important? Well, I believe that, and this is something I've observed, that a lot of times the reason why someone doesn't start writing their book is because they lack clarity. They have too many ideas, they don't know, or they don't have enough of an idea. They don't know what they want to write about, and so they get stuck right at the beginning. They've turned on the author switch. They know they wanna write a book, but they don't know what book they want to write. And you need to get very clear on what it is that you're writing and who you're writing it for, so that you can put the right content in there, and it also just makes the writing flow more easily. For example, the book that just came out last month, which is You Can Make It to the Finish Line. That book, it I had information that could have gone in that book that was for fiction authors. However, that book was for entrepreneurs who want to write a lead attracting book. So the information about fiction was irrelevant to them. So it didn't go into the book. It made it a much clearer, more focused book. So when you know who your audience is and the goals of your book, everything just works more slow. Well, no, not more slowly, more smoothly. That's the word I was looking for. Where everything works more smoothly. Hmm. So here are 5 questions you can ask yourself to get clear on your purpose and your audience. The first question is, what problem will my book solve for my reader? Now, why do you need to know this? Well, if you're solving a problem, number one, it makes it easier to sell the book, but it also makes it easier to focus the book. Because, for example, in my first book, which is All You Need Is the Right Idea, the problem it was solving is, how do I write a book to attract my best leads? There are lots of different ways to come up with an idea for a book. But the methodology I shared solves this one very specific problem. And so all those other ways of coming up with an idea for your didn't get into the book. The book was focused. Same thing with the second book, which was All You Need Is the Right Roadmap. It was very specific about outlining. I didn't include writing, I didn't include editing, I didn't include in coming up with the idea. I only talked about outlining because that was the problem that book solves. So, question number 2 you can ask to clarify your book's purpose and audience is, what unique approach or solution am I offering? Now, this is a different angle, but basically asks the same things. So, I'm solving this problem and I have multiple solutions to solve that problem. Which one do I want to talk about in this book? That really helps narrow down the focus. So, for example, the problem I might be solving is how to attract leads. My particular solution is to write a lead attracting book. I'm not going to talk about opt-ins. I'm not going to talk about speaking. I'm not going to talk about all these other ways that you can attract leads into your business. I'm going to talk about books because that is the solution that I'm talking about. And I'm not even gonna talk about how to write a fiction book for that will attract leads, because I am specifically focused on what your most common book, which is a nonfiction lead attracting book. But there are fiction books that can attract leads as well. I did not cover that. Question number 3 to clarify your book's purpose and your book's audience is, what are the key messages or themes of my book? Not every book has something that clear before it starts. Sometimes those evolve as you're writing. But if you can understand what key message that you want to convey with your book, it really helps hone that book idea down. Um, and it also helps you choose the right stories that will help pull people through your book. Question number 4, and this one's a good one. What action do I want readers to take after reading my book? Now, there could be you could have more than one action. It is better to have fewer actions than more. So, do you want your readers to have a new perspective? Do you want your readers to hop on a call with you? Do you want your readers to opt into this particular bonus? Do you want your readers to take some other action? Hmm, what action do you want your readers to take? So, and when you understand that, then you know what content to put into the book that will drive them toward taking that specific action. And question number 5, how does this book fit into the larger context of my business or brand? This one's really important because if your book doesn't fit into your larger business or brand, you're going to end up with a book that doesn't serve you. And I have an example of that. Hmm, Public Speaking Superpowers. Probably the best book I've written so far. Doesn't fit into my current business. It fit into the business I thought I wanted, and then it turned out I didn't really wanna do that. So, I did all this magnificent work with branding and writing. I spent 8 years working on this project only to realize I don't wanna go in that direction. So, if you can think about where you wanna go with your business and have your book take you closer to, not farther from, that goal, you're golden. So those are not all the questions you can ask. Though I just stuck to 5. These ones, if you can answer these 5 questions, you will clarify who you're writing your book for. You will clarify who you're writing your book for and what purpose your book is having. So I hope you found that useful. I will be back on Friday when I will be talking about 5 ways that theater can inspire your author-based business. I will see you then. For now, this is Carma Spence saying ciao.